Good evening, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Monday evening for another great hobby night. How are you doing, you beautiful people? I hope you have had a decent-ish start to your week, if it is the start of your week. I know some people, like, they're at work on the weekends and shit, and that sucks. Hope you're all doing very well. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be building a singular, well, it's kind of two models, but it's actually a singular model from the infamous Age of Sigmar today. And it is, in fact, and he'll tell you this himself, Joe's favourite model, right? It's Joe's favourite model. We'll get into that in just a moment. I don't know if it's pinned correctly. We've also today launched a brand new t-shirt. I don't know if it's showing up in the chat feed, but it's a brand new t-shirt that we've launched today. It's my favourite thing I've ever done on YouTube ever. And when I say it's my favourite thing I've ever done on YouTube ever, it was actually drawn by Mr. the Scrivo, and it's a beautiful design, and it's gone straight on the t-shirt. And originally, I was going to ask for permission to make this t-shirt with the powers that be at Warhammer World, and in the end, I decided, because it's such a good design, that I wasn't going to ask for permission. It's better to ask for forgiveness. So we've just gone ahead and done it. We've just put it on a t-shirt. Right? Done. Beautiful. So it's there. It's amazing, right? I'm not starting. I'm already here. Camera hole. So there we go. We have a brand new t-shirt. I am very proud of it. I'm going to show you all, actually. Hang on, let me show you all. Let's see if I can get it up. Camera flash. What's he touching? Hey. Was it? So let's show you very, very quickly, chat. If you follow, I think it's pinned. If you follow the pinned link, then you should get this pop up in your feed. This is my proudest YouTube moment. If you're unaware, it says Lictor, hardly newer. There's a picture of a cartoon Lictor. Look at that. I'm so very proud of this. There you go. If you head on over to liamdempsey.store, www.liamdempsey.store, we have this version. We also have another version where on the front it has the Great Hall logo. On the back it has this one. Right? There's the actual logo in its fullest size. But if you buy this one, don't buy white one because you can't see the fucking... You can't see the wording there. Alright, so I need to fix that. I haven't fixed that yet, so don't buy that one yet, okay? Alright? No, but I haven't fixed it yet because we have to go live. There you go. Right, cool. There you go. That's our brand new t-shirts for the website. I'm super proud of them. I think they're cool as fuck. And they're funny. And I think it might upset people. I like that idea. Anyway, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit like if you enjoy our content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video like this one right now. A big shout out Ghasty and Mr. Sven Holier for the gifted each. Thank you so much, you beautiful, wonderful human beings. You are amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you. We have a target. Lictor fans. See what I did there? Let's bring this hobby lamp right down. There we go. It's a bit nicer. Lictor fans is our target for tonight. About there, I reckon. And the model for this evening is this. Archmage Teclis. Factually, because he's not here to argue, factually, Joe's favourite model. Can't see the pinned address. It's pinned. It's a pinned shopping thing. It's a pinned product. Should be in the chat. Star Pilot. Oh my God, Sam. Thank you so much for 20 gifted. You absolute lunatic. You're amazing. Is that t-shirt price for the typical... We don't make a lot of money on t-shirts when they're print on demand, unfortunately, Bull. I did pick the premium tee, and I've had people that have ordered the premium tees and have said that they're nice and they're good quality and they're solid and they wash a few times and like the print doesn't go. But because it's print on demand, we can't bulk buy cheap, if that makes sense. So they're unfortunately a bit more expensive. I try and keep the price down as best I can, but... Why is it his favourite model? Kai, it's secretly, Kai, it's a joke. He's told me repeatedly that he hates this model. He really, really hates this model. So, you know, 20 to Josh, 20 to you. Wrong choice, Sam. Wrong choice. Should have just been 40 to me. I love Josh, but should have just been 40 to me. Right? I'm considering buying that to convert into a Chaos Demon, thinking about doing an Angels-themed Demon Army. It sounds fucking cool. Thank you anyway, Star. 20 gifted is amazing. You are a legend, and I love you very dearly. Thank you so much for 20 gifted. 20 gifted is mad good, getting us up to 22 Lictor fans off the bat, despite the fact that the tracker has capped at 20 for some reason. But there you go, 22 Lictor fans off the bat. You're amazing. Thank you so much. So if you haven't hung out on hobby before, I encourage you to hobby along. Tell me what you're up to, what you're building, what you're doing, if you're doing any hobby whatsoever. You're going to see lots of this. And that's okay. Right? That's okay. I can do that, because unlike Joe, I don't have male pattern boldness. So, you know. Anyway, we have Archmage Teclis. This is a bit of a beast of a model. I have had a look at this kit, right? Oh, okay, I wasn't aware. Egg on my face. You clearly don't pay attention enough, Kai, to the streams. You don't love us enough. I'm joking. Love you. We are now also, by the way, thinking of new t-shirt ideas. I thought about making one that's custode he, not custode her, but I think that might be too soon. There's a couple of our ideas we've got as well. We have Archmage Teclis. Oh, this is detailed. This is good. Right. This looks like it's not going to be a lot of fun, right? So stand by for much Liam getting upset. Mordihammer, thank you for the gifted. You're a legend. Up to 23. Ignore the tracker. It's lying to you. I would update it, but my keyboard's charge ran out, and it's currently on charge underneath the desk. Well, this is very pretty. I can see why it's Joe's favourite. Oh, hang on. There is a new order for a Lictor t-shirt. There you go. Oh. OBS is being weird. I get upset if I don't do the update. Okay, very excited. So we're going to get going with Mr. the Teclis. Building a custodian guard squad with swords and boards because they look cool. Leagues of J-Town with a runic J. That model is derpy, and I was hoping for a great one to represent the greatest magic. I love this model, Ben. I adore this model. About to start working on my third wave of custodian models. I have, so for reference, chat, I went through with it. I have actually bought some custodians. Here's the warden. I've now sanded and smoothed out most of the cloak to get rid of the join line. I need to put the hip armor on. The reasons why I'm not doing custodians tonight is I've ordered a bunch of custom bases for them that haven't turned up yet. So I kind of put this to one side. What I did instead, because Spearhead, that's coming soon, is I started building the Spearhead box for Lumineth Realm Lords, because I'm kind of a little bit obsessed right now with Lumineth Realm Lords. But what I also did, because of the new regiment system, is I built this lady who also comes from the Spearhead box, obviously, because she is a stunning model. But I also built myself this cheeky chap as well, who is also an absolutely incredible, like that, but doesn't even attach there. Doesn't even attach. Absolutely incredible looking model. So, look at that. Fancy, innit? Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So excited for AOS 4 at the moment. Actually producing the 40k game tomorrow night, playing Custodies on Thursday. Hobby World is just good right now. Are you holding off playing any AOS till 4th Ed is released? Yeah, I feel like, from what they've showcased so far, Drew, I feel like they're doing a lot of work to try and make it more understandable and simpler without actually using the 40k phrases, actually simpler for the new edition. And so I'm kind of a bit reluctant to dive into that edition, to the old edition now, to learn it when it's going to change loads. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of seems a bit pointless. So I think what I'm going to do is not do that. I think I'm going to just hang on and be patient, which goes against all of my nature. I'm going to hang on and be patient and get ready for... Oh, this brush, right? It's supposed to be a rough brush for your face. I actually use it to clean all the little bits of cut off plastic off my desk. Exclamation mark beard. Just saying. So I'm going to go against my nature and be a bit patient and wait for 4th edition, I think, and just work through the models right now. Super keen on the Custodies game. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and do Shield Host, but I'm not sure. We don't have any sisters, so I can't do the other two yet. We did the character one, and I kind of want to do something a bit different. I want to give Shield Host a go for a laugh. And I can promise you, I'm not going to bring up the narrative thing once, because I just want to play models and have fun. Right, so I play 40k, enjoy myself, have fun. Nothing else. That's all I want to do. And sometimes I feel like too many people kind of forget that realistically, for a lot of us, that's just what it's about, right? That's what it's about. Rolling dice, having fun, enjoying the company of friends. I need number 3 to go up there. I need number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Cut off number 2. Here it is. More time to build and paint. I mean, I'm not a fast painter anyway. My Lumineth almost definitely aren't going to be ready. But what I do need to do, and I might do... you may see, by the way, chat, you may see some bonus hobby streams this weekend. Because this week in general, because what I want to do is this week specifically, I want to get back on painting up these guys. I need to get fucking hell, they're all the spear. I need to get back on doing these guys and getting these all built up and ready to go. So I also at the same time, the box is on the shelf up behind me, but at the same time I also have the rest of the Vanguard box built ready to go. So there may be some extra painting stuff this week. I just really didn't fancy painting this evening, and I was a bit late to stream because I had some issues with the merchandise page getting these t-shirts ready. So I was a bit late to dinner, which means I was a bit late to stream. I didn't want to be late to stream, so I decided to build instead because I didn't have time to sort the water and the palette and all that kind of shit out. So I was just going to be building Teclis instead. And then it was like, well, I mean, I could just call it Joe's favourite model, lol. Which makes me happy. Lumineth model range is fantastically beautiful playstyle techie. The models can be daunting to paint, but such a great feeling to see them done in the ranks. Did you get your gift? I did. I have not seen a gifted from you, Mr. The Alex. Nothing has come up on my screen. I can refresh, but both my feed. I have 2 feeds for YouTube. One day, right, what I'll do is I'll do a little behind the scenes video for you people to show you what it's like. All the things that go on, all the things we have to look at once to make it a successful, relatively reasonably high quality stream, right? The Sigmarines look great. Thanks, ma'am. The Sigmarines have kind of reinvigorated my hobby mojo because, like, I can actually paint those. So I think what I'm going to do is get through painting those before I then start painting some Lumineth. So get the Vanguard box painted. Then maybe get the Vanguard box for Lumineth painted. My hobby mojo's through the roof right now. A bit disappointed with the Skaven model. Really, Carl? I think it looks amazing. What disappointed you with it, bud? Interested? Got the YouTube email receipt. Right, let me do a refresh. This is always risky. Your activity. Nope, not come through. Fan funding. Now I've got Garcy, Mr. Sven Holy, Mordy Hammer, and Star Pilots 20. That's all I've got, my friend, I'm afraid. Sorry, Alex. When did you do it? Was it before or after a specific person? So I can go in and check the back end in the old monetization settings part of YouTube sometimes will show me. But it's a great idea, though, Alex. It's a great idea, right? Everybody should be gifting right now. This month has been a worse month than January, February at the moment. We need you right now. And cheeky fuckers at the energy company sent me a £600 bill today. Alex, there it is. It's come through. Alec, man, good afternoon. How you doing today? Really good, mate. Thank you. Really, really good. Yeah, I went into the studio today to do some admin stuff. And another bill come through from the energy company for £600. Have another just to be sure. Oh, that one's come through. That one's come straight through. Thank you so much, dude. Snapped up one of those t-shirts. Good man. Sexy t-shirts. I have pre-ordered the Dark Oath army set. I've crossed the line from AOS Curious to AOS Excited, even if it comes out as third. Pretty stoked for building Dark Oath slaves. Honestly, I said to Joe, literally the other day, right? Literally the other day I said to Joe, nothing in the Chaos range for Age of Sigmar personally has ever interested me. Not that they're bad model ranges, Just nothing's ever interested me. Don't particularly like the Blades of Khorne. Don't particularly like the Headnets of Sinesh. Not bad model ranges, but they're just not for me. Don't really like the what's it called? The Tzeentch people. Right? And then they dropped that box, and I was like, they literally look like slightly chaosy Vikings. Oh my god. They literally look like slightly chaosy Vikings. I was all about that life. Stephen with them! With the 20 gifted. What a fucking hero. Thank you so much, dude. You and Star now currently drawing for top gifter tonight. What an amazing human being giving 20 as well. Thank you so much, Stephen. If you got gifted a membership by any of the people before, including Mrs. the Star or Mrs. the Stephen, say thank you to the wonderful people. Big thanks. You people are amazing. Exclamation mark Discord. Get yourself in the Great Hall Discord server. Make sure you connect your YouTube account to your Discord account so it unlocks everything that you should be getting as a member. If you want to, you can upgrade to Jarl tier to get access to the monthly giveaway. Costs you £4 an upgrade. You get access to a giveaway, which is a combat patrol box of your choice, or Vanguard or Spearhead, if you are the lucky winner. Free to enter if you are a Jarl tier member. But make sure you get in there, use those membership benefits, and at some point within the next 7 days, I shall be editing the saga with Peachy and I, the Great Hall Saga, and that always goes out to Skull tier members first. Josh says you are a lictor. Does he? Is he actually raided? Because he hasn't told me. If he has, huge thank you, Mr. Josh, for the raid. You're a legend. It's weird having it done to me. We raid other people all the time. No one ever raids me back. If you're new for Mr. the Hipster's channel, make sure you smash that sub button. Thank you so much for joining us. Here, we don't do the whole pre-recorded professional video stuff like Mr. the War Hipster does. We are 100% live stream. Well, that's a lie, actually. We've just recently started adding some pre-recorded videos. There is, in fact, a Great Hall Saga up with Mr. the War Hipster already. Our most successful Great Hall Saga so far. But then also only our second one.
How are you doing today, Liam?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks, Icarus. You legend. Thank you for the tea. But yeah, we otherwise we're all live stream all the time. We do 7 streams a week. 7 streams a week, chat. 7 streams a week. We stream every single weekday evening at 7:30, apart from Fridays where we go a little bit later because we like to have a nice chilled, slightly alcoholic beverage for the end of the week, and we go live at 8:30. We also do 2 13:30 shows, so 1:30 in the afternoon on both Tuesday and Thursday, which are Liam and Joe shows. Tuesday is AOS specific, Thursday is 40k specific normally, and they're all UK times, so you need to adjust as necessary. So Pacific changed by 8 hours, East Coast changed by 5 hours, Europe normally plus an hour. Those are things you got to do. Sup hipsters, welcome to the hall, 100%. Welcome everybody. We welcome everybody. I can't. Do you know what, chat? I just can't do the sub growth. Can't make it work. I can't make it rain bitches for me. Just can't make it rain bitches. Much to my dismay. I'm hoping that 4th edition AOS we get the other half of the Lumineth range when Tyrion will get a Dark Elf faction. I think out of those 2 options, Dylan, I think I'd rather see the Dark Elf faction, despite the fact that Dark Elves, when I played Fantasy, I cared about High Elves and Wood Elves. Didn't care about Dark Elves. So if they bring out Dark Elves, I almost definitely won't be collecting Dark Elves unless they do an absolutely bang-up job with it, right? In seriousness, I probably won't be collecting it. That being said, I'd rather see it because I feel like it adds a whole new angle to it. But obviously I would also, I've got something, finally got something sharp stuck in my shoulder, in my elbow. Ow! Something's digging into my arm. It's very uncomfortable. 7 streams a week, apart from the last 2 weeks, and it only started 2 weeks ago. All right, Kai, I know. It's been a bit of a chaos couple of weeks. But when we launched the 7 streams a week, I did say that we would have to go back on that promise for the first week or 2 because of pre-made plans. But we're now here, 7 streams a week. All right. I know you're desperate to see me, mate. I know. We're now here. I'm here for you, Kai. For you. All right. All I ever ask for is 20 gifted memberships in return. All right. All I ever ask for when we go live is for every single person to gift 20 memberships. I'm joking. That would be insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. I mean, this model is already beautiful. I'm very worried I'm going to fuck this up. I see you're using Revel glue. Good boy, better than the GW. GW, I don't rate GW Jewish dev. I use 2 types of glue. Madlark, and I use Revel, and I use obviously Tamiya X within. I don't use the GW stuff. This is much better and significantly more efficient in terms of cost as well. I'd bet £1 to a pinch of shit that people at GW don't use GW glue. These are the bits I'm worried about, with these tiny little join points. I'm just going to cut high and then trim it down. Let's just do that. Let's not dick around and potentially get it fucked. Cut high, trim down. Does AOS have vampires undead then, being a Necron player? Yes, Soulblight Gravelords are vampires. Flesh Eater Courts are like werewolves and shit. Zombies and stuff. You've got Ossiarch Bone Reapers, which are kind of like undead. But you've got vampire accounts. Soulblight Gravelords have also got skeletons and stuff. There's loads of that type of stuff. Mr. Darryl. I saw your message earlier, by the way, dude, and I will get back to you tomorrow. Been crazy. Been absolutely crazy lately. I cannot keep up right now. I went 3-2 at my GT. What a legend. What a legend, Westy. Well done, man. What did you take? Yeah, for undead factions, Daryl, you literally have the Realm of Death. You've got Nighthaunt, which are gorgeous models. Soulblight Gravelords, which are also gorgeous models. Flesh Eater Courts, gorgeous models. Ossiarch Bone Reapers. They can be taste specific. I think they're gorgeous. People don't like them. Oh, fuck. This is going to be emotional, isn't it? But loads of options for death, my friend. Loads of options for death. Kelston Gaming, how's it going, dude? Flying Kitty's head weirds me out a little. And LRL hats are just silly. Right. I find you're often either a head fan or you're not, Ben. You know, and if you're not, that's fine. You're wrong. You're either a Luminaf Realm Lord hat fan or not. Personally, I'm a hat fan. Opinions can't be wrong, right? Apart from yours. Hey, Matt, how's it going, dude? Oh, good. Considering that super chat, I know she's going to read it out in a minute, but considering that super coming through, good news chat. There's a strong likelihood there'll be more Paddy in the near future, so there'll be more Tau. How good's that? Right? He is moving nearer to the studio, and his course is done, or it's nearly done. So soon, TM, more Paddy. And more Paddy is always a good thing, in my eyes. Straight over from Mr. Josh, time to paint. Welcome, Jason. Thanks for being a sub over here, you legend. If you want to be a member, !member, or...
Love you, Liam. For the greater good.
Thanks for the 10. Love you too. You're amazing. For the greater good. If you want to be a member, !member, or alternatively, if you don't want to pay for it yourself because you don't think we're worth it yet, I add that yet thing because eventually you'll come round. Everyone does. If you don't think you're worth it, we're worth it yet, exclamation mark snipe me, all one word, and see if one of the other legends in the Great Hall will chuck you a fancy membership so you can come and hang out with us in Discord. Right? How does this go on then? This is going to be totes of motion, isn't it? Okay, okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. Make sure that line's nice and neat there. I remember. This is going to stress me, this part now, because I don't want to get glue all over his face. There we go. Beautiful. Can't wait to the 5th of next month and hopefully being able to become a Thane. Oh, thanks, Fen. The Thanes is where it's at, chat, by the way. The Thanes is where it's at. Quality WhatsApp community. In fact, in May, on my plan, in May, is for me to build the live studio audience package and see how I make that work. And it's a little bit later than I would like with the studio, but that's my plan for May. Build the live studio audience package. To start with, it's going to go out to Thanes and Aces. If it works, we may open it to Huskals and have it be a Huskal tier and above benefit. Right? Something is stuck into my elbow here, and every time I lean on the desk, it hurts me. I don't know what it is, and it's very annoying. Chaotic Failure, thank you for the gifted. What a legend. Up to 40. Actually, I need to update it because it's wrong. Up to 40. Where's my keyboard? Up to 45. That's where we're at. We are 55 away from smashing that target. Thane's not a cult. Thank you so much for the gifted, Chaotic Failure. You're a legend. Love you. We are 55 away from hitting our big old target. Kronos, thank you for the 5. I know she's going to make an explosion anyway, but thank you so much for the 5. If you had anything to say and you just fucked up your super chat, stick it in chat now, mate. I'll read it out. You're a legend. Right, I guess this bit now. So this is the downside as well. So you're obviously supposed to stick this bit onto here. Does it go across the front? Nope, it makes a little hole. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm into it. That works. One word legend. Who, me? Me, Matt? I can try, Jack. I'm excited there. Thank you so much, Kronos. You're a hero. I need to take some of this off with my finger. Because there's far too much on that part there. I don't want it to stuff, like, just jump out onto his face. Okay, that's enough though. Vexlar, thank you for becoming a Jarl tier member. What a hero. Happy Monday. Thanks, Kantar. You too, dude. How has everyone's Monday been so far? The weather here has been absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's been terrible today. It's been a beautiful weekend. Spent far too much time out on the bike instead of actually hobbying. But recently, I spent far too much time hobbying instead of being out on the bike because the weather's been so shit. So I feel like I was allowed it for a change. Gorgeous weather. Today, when it's back to work time, weather was shit, which is kind of a blessing, I guess. Like, if you want it that way around, that's the way around you want it, right? You want it shit on the weekday, on the work day, and beautiful on the weekend. I did go out this afternoon for coffee with my old boss. I like to keep those relationships strong, you know, on the off chance that one day I have to phone him up and be like, Yeah, I don't know if you want me back, but, you know, there's a potential that I could come back. I always have to keep that option open just in case, you know. I never like to assume that we're just going to get the gifted every month and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to be able to assume it, but I won't assume it. Raining, being sunny, then pissing it down. Yeah, it's not bad up north. Been lovely in Cumbria. I've been out and defeated the Garden Guardian that is Hawthorne, vicious bastard. Spent a lot of time outside this weekend. Actually, I went to bed last night, Dave, knackered. Mr. The Kyle and I went out on bikes. We are literally back to being 12 years old, right? Do you want to go ride bikes? That's what we're at now. We're back to being 12 years old. But we went out for a ride. I wanted to get a nice photo of the bike since I've done some work to it lately. So I went to down to the marina, which is down near where I used to live. And there's a couple of places that Carl had never been before, so I took him there, and it was just being out in fresh sea air was fucking lovely. Really, 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 really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed. But I got home with lungs full of fresh sea air, and I was absolutely bollocksed. So Luce and I watched episode 5 of Fallout. That's how far we've got. No spoilers, please. Watched episode 5 of Fallout, and then was like, bed, Luce? She was like, yes. And off we went. Because when I got home from our little riding, we went into the garden and helped her move some heavy things around and reorganise. It was amazing. Quick question: didn't you say you wanted to build Teclis last? Yeah, I did, but I got too excited. I'm not gonna lie to you, Elect Man. I got too excited. Hey, John. Look at you. You and Star and Stephen with them now all tied. 20 gifted each. John, thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. You fucking absolute legend. I love you dearly, sir. We're having a bad month. People like you often keep us afloat, and I can't say thank you enough. Big shout out to John McArdle. Like, it's amazing when anyone gifts 20. You're all incredible. So thank you so much for 20 for John. If you've been gifted a membership, exclamation mark Discord, that's the one. Say thank you to John, because John is an absolute hero. Without John, we would not be where we are. That's just flat fact. In fact, without all of you, to be fair. But I'm sure you'll all allow me 5 minutes to fangirl over John. Hey, John, have you seen our new t-shirts? They're amazing. I knew you would, you fucker. John takes a lead with 21 gifted memberships. Oh, what a hero. Thank you so much for one more, mate. What a legend. Now it says 67, despite the fact that it's 66. The fucking tracker's all over the place. Streamlabs, if you're watching. Oh, that broke. As if. Let that be broken for now, and I'll glue that in just a second. Streamlabs, if you're watching, can you fix your fucking tracker? Fellowship's done. Hey, Pickle, you're right. Fellowship's done, Elect Man. I've started the Lumineth one. Oh, I'm going to try and glue this bit of hair back together now. It's going to annoy me. There you go. Thank you, John, for the 2021, man. You're a legend. When my bases turn up, John, we'll go for Project Custodes. Huh? We can play some Heresy. I mean, I was not far in, but I'm already quite enjoying it. My intent after, so what I like to do after Monday's hobby streams is I like to go and have a cup of tea in bed and then read some more narrative. So I will continue reading some of the Lumineth narrative from the Battle Tome when I go up to bed this evening. Love it. Mondays normally, I mean today's been a bit different because errands and get these t-shirts ready, but Monday's normally just like a lovely little hobby day nowadays. Rounded off with a hobby stream and then a bit of narrative reading in the evening, which is very satisfying. Right, chat, come on. Can we start off the week right? With 34 members away from the 100 target, right? Sorry, Jacob just gifted. We're 33 members away from the target. Thank you, Jacob, for the gifted. What a legend. So if 33 people gift 10, we'll probably do it. Maybe. Feels weird. These little clown shoes. Scraping mold lines off the front of clown shoes. Dishes washed, presents wrapped, kettle on. You do some hobby. Good man. What are you hobbying, Mikey? Grew up in Glasgow? Fucking hell, rough. Poor you, Cantor. No one fuck around with Cantor. He's clearly a tough fucker. Glasgow. Jesus Christ. At some point this summer, I'd like to take one of the bikes up to Scotland. I've got no interest when it's all snowy and shit, but... Right. So this hair has to go together somehow. It looks quite simple. That looks quite simple. Like that, go on. Yep. Have a little bit of splash on the bottom here we need to clean off. Perfectionist. This one here is annoying me. To blend this bit of broken hair. Gently sand it down with the edge of the scalpel. To kind of hide the sin where I broke it. I knew I'd ham-hand it at one point. It's one of those kits, right? You look at it and you're like, I'm going to fuck that at one point. Hey Chris, how's it going, dude? Sorry you're late. You know what that means? If you admit you're late, you know what that means. Hey Mr. J, how's it going, dude? getting that join line stuck properly is so important to me. John, tell me that custodians are really good in Heresy. Thank you for the 5 schooner. I don't do loud. The kids are upstairs. Thank you for the 5, man. You're a hero. What a legend. Hey, building boob. Christopher Sanford, there you go. You're a legend. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Don't give me that shit icon, John. Thank you so much for 5 gifted, man. You're a hero as well. Up to 74, 77 of the finest. Thank you so much, people. You're all wonderful humans. They're broken shit if you want them to be. Absolutely. The whole point in the Heresy, John, right, as far as I was aware, is play competitively as possible and make sure you just win. Right? I heavily disagree with the law change. We're not going to talk about it, Cantor. We're not going to talk about it. Far too divisive. Far too fucking upsetting for people. Just want to play with my cool toys and have fun. We're not talking about it. The best way to not upset anyone is to not talk about it. Fun is for winners.
So Liam, did you read the new Warlock DS?
I haven't, no. Was it on Warcom today? Thank you for the 2, Gaz. You're a legend. Mad Larky, thank you for 5 gifted. Up to a mighty 82 of the finest memberships. I'm going to come over there and show you proper Heresy. You are more than welcome, John. I'll even allow you to eat Lucy's cooking. And that's a treat. As a man who's sat here in a semi-food coma, that's a treat. Trust. This hair strand's going to annoy me because if I glue this on, it goes on like this. How's it going? How the fuck does it go on? Thank you so much, Bad Mark, anyway, for the 5 gifted. Puts us on 82. Tracker's behind a bit. You'll catch up. You're supposed to come off to the side. A bit lost with how this is supposed to sit. Thank you for the 5, Cantor. Did you want to put a message with that? Your mic in place. Everyone say hi to Luce. For the ASMR cutting that you can hear in the background.
Yeah, they're fabric scissors. They're not particularly quiet.
Like our children. Did I hear you telling the youngest one off?
Yeah.
What did he do? Apart from exist. Thank you for the 5, Cantor. You're a legend. If you had to say something, stick it in the chat, mate, and we'll get to it.
He was dicking around in the background.
What, of here? I don't care.
No, but this is your workplace. If you worked at Rolls-Royce still, or Siemens, as if he would fucking dick around in the background of your office during a meeting.
He did a lot, used to.
Boy's getting cocky. He's bringing down a peg or two. And if you're not going to do it...
Voltex says, hi, Luke. I can't. I don't really have the time to do it because I'm too busy trying to be an entertaining person for chat.
Do I have
I'm
the
trying
time?
to be an entertaining person for chat, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to focus on these people. These wonderful 406 people that are watching right now. That's what I'm trying to do. We're only 18 away from the gifted membership target, Luce. That was without you. Now you're here, everyone will gift one.
No, they won't. Chat have their own minds. They don't.
Yes, Stephen, I used to be a manager for a company that was called Seaman.
As many likes as this super chat gets is how many I will gift.
Did you hear that, chat? You can like super chats now. There's 162 people in chat.
You can like a super chat.
You can like super chats now, yeah. There's 162 people in chat. Can everyone just go and like John's chat, please? It's currently at 25 likes. $40k medic, thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh, I can't like it. That's annoying. Well, let me. I can't like it, John.
How do you feel about the new hobby hangout competition, Liam? I hear there is a new streamer in town. Some dude called Kyle.
I mean, if you know my name, Chris, and you can't even type his name, then it's not really much of a competition, is it? To be fair. Thanks for the 5, dude. You're a legend. What if I heart it, John? Does that count as like 10? You're on 48 already, by the way, mate. 40k medic, thanks so much for the 5 gifted, man. You're an absolute legend. Mr. the Joseph, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. You're a hero. How was the day yesterday, wee little one? Was it good? I saw some stuff in Thanes about you picking her up yesterday. What a cool little model. Look at this cool hat. Who didn't like that hat? He can like his own shit. John has one. Well, I mean, we don't like to say that, Cantor, right? We like to be nice about Mr. the John because he literally keeps us afloat. Loose joins, 200 lonely nerds tune in. That's it now, Lucy. You got sex appeal.
Oh God.
I know, yeah. I just feel like that.
I literally look like a mum. So really, that's an issue that needs addressing with them. Firstly, is there a kink for that?
Firstly, that's good because you are in fact a mum. So looking like a mum in that respect is not a negative thing. Secondly, yes, there is a kink for that, Luce.
Ugh.
We have learnt, with your internet search history no less, that there is in fact a kink for absolutely everything.
I think really we can blame Brom. He was the one that started the whole, there's a porn for that. No, there isn't, Brom. No, there isn't. I do not believe that heavily pregnant women... No, I don't believe it.
Cedric, thank you for the 5 gifted. Chat are peaking early this week. You're a legend. Thank you so much, dude. What a hero. It's showing a 64 for me right now, John, by the way. Have you got a cut-off point for this, by the way? Don't be greedy. I'm not. I'm joking. You're amazing and I love you. You know that. We're all very lucky to have John in our lives. Also, if you want to come over and play Heresy, John, ask no bets there.
Sorry for the delay. Posted the Necrons today.
Do you know what, Brian? I'll be honest with you, mate. 1, thank you so much. 2, don't ever be apologetic for a delay in sending us something that you're doing for free. Like, that's at your convenience always, dude. Thirdly, with the AOS hype right now, to Kyle's dismay, I'd forgotten completely about the Necrons, to be honest with you. He'll be very excited, though, to get them painted up. You can compete with Eddie as Channel Necron player. But thank you so much, dude. Very, very generous of you sending that stuff through, man. What a legend. Things like attachment points on these, by the way. Right? 100% needed, because otherwise they'll break in the box. No qualms there. Nervous as shit cleaning them up. Cut-off is 3:30 p.m. EST. I have to leave to get my daughter from school. Is that in 10 minutes, John? Is that what it is? If you've got to leave at 3:30, surely the cut-off's just before, really. It's no, I'm not going to say it. Chat. I got a bit irritable at the studio today, Luce.
Why?
Last week, I got a bill through from the electricity company, which I subsequently paid.
Yeah.
For a few £100s, which is fine. Electricity is not cheap in this country. Today, I got another bill through from the electricity company for £600. That's supposedly for the last 6 months. Like, so what the fuck did I pay last month then? Last week then. So tomorrow, they should be receiving a relatively angry phone call.
Was it the same amount?
No, it's different amounts. More this time on the second bill. So after I paid last week's bill, they've then charged me a lot more again. But the other thing that really fucked me off, right? This really fucking grips my shit in 2024. This is the way that you'll instantly get me to go from flash to bang and be phoning customer services and being angry, right? Standard business practice in the UK is for business-to-business transactions is 28 days invoicing. So you issue invoice, and then the payer has 28 days to pay the invoice. Pretty standard across all business. Every business I've ever worked in, pretty much. They posted the letter
Oh no.
last Thursday, so which was the 20th or something, right? 19th, something like that. 18th. Yeah, so it said 18th. I'm sure it was Thursday. I'm sure I worked out it was Thursday. It was delivered today, so 22nd, to be paid on the 23rd. So they can fuck off. So they should not be getting that tomorrow. They should be getting an angry phone call instead.
Yeah. And the letter was dated.
Yeah, it says 18th. Hey, Mr. DeBrom. Mr. DeBrom's in chat.
You sure it didn't say March?
No, 100% of April. I've paid March. Like, March is done. I got that free last week. But the invoice part at the back of it, there's like a not itinerary. What do they call it? Like it's just like the full like detail, the detailed breakdown of the invoice shows 6 months worth. Well, so what did I pay last week?
Have you paid 6 separate electricity bills then?
I haven't got a fucking clue. I'd have to dig out all the invoices. I love Lumineth. Can I be used with City Sigma? Get ready for 4th to start OS journey. I have no idea. I mean, they're both order armies, but I don't know how allies works in Sigma, if I'm honest with you. Gavite, welcome though, dude. Have you ordered yourself a new t-shirt, Brom? I can order you one if you like it so much. What are you doing in the stream anyway, Brom? Look at you. You coming and hanging out.
What are they going to do if obviously you're not going to pay it? But
Well, I will eventually because I'll have to. But I want to argue with them first.
well, then I don't understand what.
Like where it's come from.
Yeah.
Leave it on.
And it's the same electric company.
Yeah, similar. Yeah. SSE.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've had bad experiences with them in the past anyway. What I need to do is speak to the property landlord to see if it's possible to change the supplier.
Yeah. I remember when we were newly married and I didn't have any kind of credit history, so I couldn't have a direct debit for our energy yet, so I had to pay quarterly, pay as you use. And roughly we'll never get this back. Our quarterly bill for gas and electric was roughly around £250.
Oh.
We'll never see that number again, ever again. And we had 2 bearded dragons at the time.
Leon, 100%, yeah. Yeah, go on.
And I remember calling up because I got my bill, and I called up fighting back tears because we were super poor as a new married couple, going, I don't understand how this bill's so high. We've not changed any habits. We're really conservative with our energy. I don't understand how it's this high. And it wasn't 250, it was much higher. And this person on the phone just happened to say, I don't suppose you have any tropical animals. And I looked to my right and I could see the 2 beardies, and I went, actually, yeah. And then it was, do they have heat lamps? Yes, they do. Do they need to be on the whole time? Yes, they do. We live in Suffolk and it's quite choppy.
Quite choppy.
And that was it then. And that was the first time I've ever had arrears. I felt so ashamed of like the first time I had one job. The first time.
I'm painting orcs, so happy to hang out with you lot as a win, which is amazing. Willow goes, Brom can read, that's an upset. Oh, that makes me nervous, that part.
But we'll never see a 250 quarterly bill.
Oh no, that's monthly now.
Ever again. And that was 13 years ago. So the beardies quickly went because it was, oh shit, didn't realise that your tanks actually cost us money. Of course they do. The light bulb is on the whole time. Bloody things.
Cleaning these bits makes me really nervous, chat. Cleaning flash off of very, 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 very flexible parts when you have giant fucking ham hands like me. Makes me nervous. How the fuck? How the fucking fuck? This is unfun. And I'm sure there's a logical way, chat, that this goes on.
Every time I hear the talking on Vinny's tracks, I instantly think of that song where the deep voice says, I can't get satisfaction or something. It's like a dance track.
I can't get no.
Or is it I can't get no sleep?
No, it's Fatboy Slim.
Is it?
Can't get no sleep. I can't get no.
Yeah, I always think of him.
Right, this is literally the worst in the world ever. It's only a third of the army ruined if you muck up, no pressure. Thanks, Willow. So supportive. Missed you. I'm going to buy one of those t-shirts, they look great. More to come. We're going to become a t-shirt company. Follow the trend of play on and become a t-shirt company first.
Like Hooters. Everyone thinks it's about the girls, it's really about getting one of those t-shirts.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh my god, this is stress. This is stress, chat. That's why I'm quiet. I'm sorry. Sorry as I've playing one of my, normal things. I'll allow it this one. I'll allow it this one. Don't let that happen again. Where did the super chat go? It's still in front of me, John. I still have it in front of me. Do you need a photo of it for proof? Hang on. It would have disappeared off your screen, actually. That's a fair one. There you go. I sent you a picture of it for evidence, so you don't think I'm calling you. I sent it to you. I sent you proof, John. The number is, it has 66 likes and 1 heart on it. 66 likes, 1 heart, right? I've sent you a photo just for evidence, so you know I'm not pulling your leg. What about honesty here? Oh, good, more stress. This is why we have little bottles of
Alcohol.
of Tamir. I mean, you went a different place to where I did then.
Did I hear you say cups of tea in bed?
Yeah.
My God, this is becoming a Monday night thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I want to read some more of my Lumineth lore. So I figured we'd finish stream, make a brew, go to bed.
Oh my God.
Well, have a quick shower, make a brew, go to bed because I have to drink it hot. Sit down with my book. Chapter Master Ballsack. I'm never going to get bored saying that name. Thank you so much for 50 of the finest gifted memberships. You did happen to snipe Brom, who's currently hobbying. What a legend. Thank you so much for 50 of the finest gifted. You fucking hero. Thank you for 10 more. That's 60. What a legend. Thank you, Mr. the Ballsack. If you want to make this a nightly challenge for chat, that'd be great. If you could just wait till we're at peak viewership and then ask that question, it'd be amazing. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for 5 more. We know what's coming, chat. 1 more is inbound any moment. I've got no doubt. John, thank you for 66 gifted memberships, man.
Silly goose.
He's already gifted 21.
Super silly.
That's 87 memberships from Mr. the Ballsack. Oh.
We should really get him a girlfriend.
He's got a
bad.
wife and children. I don't think he wants another woman
No,
in his life.
John's got wife and children. I feel like Ballsack doesn't have a girlfriend.
Touche, yeah, okay. Yeah, John's fine. It's Ballsack that's the problem.
Yeah.
John's Ballsack is the issue.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for 66, man. Actually, it's not 66, is it? Let's be straight up. Thank you so much for 87 gifted memberships, John. We're on 159 because the tracker hasn't caught up. And 87 of those have been John. Oh my God. What a fucking legend. 87 in a night. What a glorious model this is. He's bigger than the average elf. But then he is a god, right? We should call him John the Archmage. Or Ballsack, one of the two. Archmage Ballsack also works. I'm very happy to hear that my suggestion of reading the Battle Lore has sparked a new routine. Luce likes cups of tea in bed anyway.
I love cups of tea in bed because it's amazing actually, even though you work from home and I'm home the whole time, we don't actually talk to each other much during the day.
Oh babe, don't dare suggest to some people that watch that streaming and YouTubing is actually a lot of work.
So cups of tea in bed is time, I mean, say if like one of the boys talked about something and I needed your opinion, because they're also here the whole time, the only time I can bring it up is cups of tea in bed to say, Jam said this today, I'm not sure, what do you think?
Siege Roots, thank you for the gifted. Trying to keep up. What legend?
Because the walls have ears, but at cups of tea and bedtime, it's kind of like sort of permission to speak freely kind of thing. Of no one's awake to hear it.
Willow says one of the most British things I've ever heard. To be honest.
What? Cups of tea in bed.
Cups of tea in bed.
Oh, I love cups of tea in bed.
We're a very British family, Willow. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much, though, people. You people are amazing. We're actually at 160. The track is wrong. We're at 160 of the finest memberships. You people are amazing. We're 40 away from doubling the target. So, thank you so much, all of you. Is he done after this? It's just his cloak. Okay, so there's less fiddly bits after this. Good. This is stressing me out right now. Because like if you snap like one of these little bits of like rope, I don't know how you ever glue that on properly. You don't. You just lose it and then it won't look right.
One of our lovely neighbours has invited me over for a bit of like a sort of a sewing circle, knitting circle and a cup of tea. And I was all up for it. Then she was like, sorry I've not been in touch, we're just getting over chicken pox. And I went, you know what, I'm ever so busy this week, I don't think I can come over. Maybe next week or the week after. What's the incubation period these days?
Yeah, let's get it in the calendar for September.
Yeah. Because I don't want a chicken pox party, I don't want it.
We've had it though, we've all had it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but Ben had it under 18 months and I think you can get it again.
Oh, can you?
If you had it that young, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently it's a thing, and 13% of people can get it twice.
Oh. Well, again, that's not a risk for us, because we would have had it twice if we were going to get it twice, because the kids have had it.
I just don't fancy things like scarlet fever, slap cheek, shingles, all of that chickenpox family. No, thank you. Let's see how June is. We'll see how June, July is.
I don't want it either, because I will inevitably keep working. You were like, you're too sick to work. Actual representation of Lucy's voice chat. Teclis is a god, but funny thing about him in the lore, because he learned how to commune with the Elementors because of Selenar. Other Lumineth want to learn from Selenar over Teclis. Oh? What do you know? All I know is he's a fucking baller. His model's stunning. When I was 7, I got chicken pox, and my 1-year-old brother also got it. He was more pox than person.
Aww.
Ben had him on his like eyelids and all sorts, didn't he?
Ben was. The good thing about a 1-year-old having it is they don't really know what pain is yet. So irritations or uncomfortableness, they probably mistake it for hunger or tiredness. So although Ben was really bad with chickenpox, he kind of sailed through it. Jim Jam was 4 or 5, and he just sobbed the whole time. He was off school for a couple of weeks because he just kept on getting new spots, and he had them on the scalp of his head, on the soles of his feet. Oh, poor kid. And that was really hard actually, because I remember him sobbing in the bath. We did like the porridge oat bath thing, which was really nice. It sort of soothed the skin, but he would just sit there sobbing, and we were like, I want to hug you, but there's spots everywhere and it will hurt.
I want to hug you, but you're an ugly child right now.
That was really bad. He missed his first sports day.
He did, yeah.
So we did our own little sports day in the garden.
You did. Dan, Dylan, thank you so much for 5 gifted, you legend. 165 chat, 35 to go. I've never had chicken pox, and I'm 35 apparently. It's dangerous if you get it older. It is, yes.
Yeah, it can. I think it can make men sterile, and if you're much, much older, you can get shingles, I think.
Well, I think I would have rather that than my vasectomy.
Lord knows the moaning that would have happened if you were sterile from chickenpox. So I'll probably catch up with her at Christmas time, maybe.
Making sure these little bits of rope line up because I'm that fussy.
Okay.
You okay in about?
Pinned it.
Pinned it.
Pinned it.
Okay, I think we can just leave him down here to dry a bit now. Oh my lord. Stress.
Don't suppose you know where all of my sewing needles have gone? And I'm asking you because I have spied a couple of my pins as glue unblockers on your desk.
I haven't used pins as glue on blockers for over a year. I use a lighter now.
Well, that's safer. Have you seen any of my sewing needles?
Is this it? the look. No, darling. What do you need it for?
I feel bad that I get all of this comedy gold to myself.
Well, you don't. We're
I
live.
feel bad. Oh, there's a Numicon in my sewing box. Okay. That'll be Ben snooping around. Maybe I should ask him where my sewing needles are.
Poster boy Pan. What a great name. Thank you for the gifted, man. What legend. 166 members, chat. Don't worry, Luce. I'm not going to mention the members total that I can't mention.
No. That shall not be named.
We were talking about it in the thing today, that members record.
What, Voldemort?
No, my members record. We were talking about it in the things today, and I was like, it's both amazing and sucks at the same time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It sucks. I was like, well, it's amazing because it's an insane record to get in a single stream. It's an insane record to get in a single stream. It's frustrating because, like, if we're being honest and serious and all joking aside, we're never going to match it again. Like, that's it now, they've peaked. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
Also, when you mentioned Voldemort, right? You're all bastards, by the way.
Why?
So, most people are aware that I am a bird of prey person at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Used to do falconry as a hobby.
Yeah.
You know? Big fan of birds of prey. In general, actually, I typically think animals are better than humans.
Well, a lot of people think that.
More reliable, you know, listen more, and more grateful. I'm a big fan of my birds of prey. I actually spent some time volunteering in a bird of prey hospital at the Hawke Conservancy Trust. Every man and his dick told me that Dumbledore died, right? And it's not a spoiler at this point. Jack, you haven't seen it. It's fucking out for 20 years or something. And tough, okay? Everyone told me that.
You know about Hedwig?
No one told me Hedwig died the next film. I went to Thames and I was like, you bastards.
It's like when the dog dies in a film. Can't believe the dog died.
He killed an owl. That makes me sad. Someone gifted me a membership, so I'm duty bound to pass it on. That's a lovely attitude, man. Thank you so much.
Well, my hobby night has come to a grinding halt.
Because no needles.
Yeah, I don't really sew
If she can't
needles.
get a crack addict in, she's not interested.
I can't hand sew, and I don't want to set up my machine because they're loud.
No, I really want to save the machine for when the kids are up. Just have it on the kitchen side. The second he comes out and starts talking to you about games, just put your foot on the pedal.
Oh, I was looking forward to a bit of hobby.
Well, you haven't. I'm going to be straight up, Luce. I hope you don't mind me saying. You haven't looked very hard.
But they're always in my, because they're so tiny and sharp, they always go in my sewing box, and I keep my sewing box out the way.
What sort of needle is it?
It's a little.
Does it have an eyelet?
Yeah.
Because there's lots of little needles you've had before that don't have eyelets. Before you, well, yeah.
They're in a little, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a really thin, really tall thimble that all my sewing needles are in, and it's got a cap on it.
I definitely haven't seen that, but there might be needles in my hobby box, but they won't have eyelets in. I almost definitely haven't got any of those. I can have a look. The ones I've got like the little like plastic balls on the end.
My pins that look like this.
They look just like that, yeah. But
the ones that you just said 10 minutes ago, haven't used those in over a year.
Yeah, but some of them will be in my hobby box because I haven't used them in a year, so they've got in my hobby box. But I won't have a needle with an eyelet in, probably.
Well, the whole thing's gone.
Yeah, so I haven't taken that.
Well, nobody's punctured themselves yet, so I can't imagine Ben's gone, ooh, shiny.
No, but you could be building like a secret weapons cupboard.
Maybe.
Stewie.
Some kind of trap for me to step on, because a plug and a bit of Lego just doesn't cause enough pain to the parent. So now it's time to get...
Mould lines on this are fucking horrendous. I'm sure you can't see half of what I'm doing.
I know what I'll do. I'll pin all the bits, and then I'll just run them through the machine on Wednesday. I'll do that.
Productive. Well, there's a will, there's a way.
I'm interested to know why there's a Numicon in my showing machine.
In your showing machine?
In my showing machine. Not my showing machine, my sewing box.
Oh, showing machine, Shay. It's a terrible New York gangster over here. This is the worst mould lines out of all of it so far. It's got some of the most detail. How frustrating. Right, let's see if I can find this needle for her.
No, it's alright. I'm just gonna pin it.
Pin it?
Oh, you're never finding it in there. I don't want it. If it's in there, keep it. I don't want it. It'll be covered in all sorts of crud. I don't want it. Keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. That's a wool needle. That's far too big.
This one?
Why do you have my...
This one, in my fingers.
I don't have my screen on, so I can't see. Have you got my wool needle in there?
That's a needle.
Why have you got my sewing needles?
I don't know. There's a pin.
What the fuck? Leave them in my sewing.
Oh, years ago.
Did I see a wool needle in there?
Probably not. There's a brass rod. A trick in the hobby box. Oh, this chat, eh? What I also have is my little magnet thing.
Can you, your magnet thing, can you just wave it over the needle corner? Is that another needle? Why do you need all the needles?
Another pin. What needle? That's a pin. You told me there's a difference.
If
These
any
are drill
of them
bits.
are even remotely bent out of shape, you can keep it.
More drill bits. With a scalpel. What's in here then? Let's have a look. Ready?
In that top corner, that top right corner, I think I saw a wool needle.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
They're all drill bits. They're all drill bits. They're all drill bits. In here. Drill bits. More magnets. More drill bits. There's a las gun. More drill bits. No wool needle in there. If that's the corner you're talking about. Got a file. More magnets, more drill bits. Bit of rubbish, why not? No needles in there, another scalpel. Right journey, this isn't it, chat? More magnets. Magnets. Bits of Dempsey in here. Oh, they're saw blades.
What time is it?
It is currently 20:50 p.m.
And what time are you stopping?
Normally around 9. You
Okay.
can go a bit longer though if you want. If you're just getting started. Now you've conveniently found your sewing needle.
No, I won't. Because I want to hand sew it a certain way, which will take a while. So I won't start. I'll just thank you for returning my items, but I'll run it through the machine on Wednesday.
I mean, possession is 9/10, right?
Did you jab this in the end of your glue thing?
Which one?
The actual needle?
I don't think so. I think I actually threaded something with that, but I don't remember what.
You didn't.
Yeah, but I don't remember what I used it for.
Shut up. You didn't sew.
I think I did.
What did you sew?
My wild oats.
Ha! Ba-dum.
What's the AOS starter box going to be? It's going to be Stormcast and Skaven days. Almost definitely. You thinking about it, sir? We're getting Mr. the Days B on the AOS hype train. Truly hope so. Fucking hell.
I can feel my brain going all floaty because I'm hobbying.
What do you mean?
Like,
Bit of stress relief.
yeah.
There he is.
Floaty.
The Archmage, Teclis himself. Being married, nothing is yours. Everything is mine. There we go. We've got Mr. the Teclis. Now I've got to make his cloak and decide whether I'm going to stick it on or not.
I think you might actually get to read your book tonight as well, because I don't have anything to talk to you about that's of concern.
That's a flat lie.
No, it's not.
You'll find a reason. Like what will happen is I'll have a shower. I'll come downstairs. I'll make tea. You'll have your shower. I'll come upstairs with said cups of tea. I'll put your tea on your side. I'll sit in bed. I'll start drinking mine. By the time I finish drinking mine, I will have read a couple of pages in the Battletome minimum. At that point, you'll just about be finishing your shower because I have to have mine, as you know, scalding hot. I'll get onto page 3 or 4. You'll sit in bed you'll pick up your cup of tea. You'll be like, so my feelings. That's what will happen.
No, I'm all good today. I'm all good. Honestly.
It's not good to lie on stream, Luce.
No, I'm all good today. Floaty brain, I'm all good.
Stand by for Wednesday's rant, chat. Let me look, see also which one it is. It's Archmage Teclis of the Lumineth Realm Lords. It's forever been one of my favourite big models that they've made for Age of Sigmar. Especially as a person who is a Hale fan from Fantasy. And I've just never got around to picking it up and building it because I was like, it's a lot of money for a kit that I'm probably not going to use. And now Joe and I are very AOS positive right now. We're very AOS excited. And for clarity, we're still very much enjoying 40k chat, so there's no concern there. But we're very AOS positive at the moment. Both of us are incredibly excited. And I think my main 2 armies for Age of Sigmar are going to be Lumineth and Stormcast. That being said, I feel like another army I'm going to enjoy quite a lot is Sylvaneth. And I've also been looking a little bit at Idoneth. There's a theme. I know, there's a theme emerging. I also have a ton of stuff for Nighthaunt. I have a ton of stuff for OBR. Things that over the years I've been collecting because the AOS model range is so glorious. And I've almost never got round to building any of it or painting any of it because from a business perspective at least, it seemed kind of pointless, right? If we're going to be a 40k channel, why would I spend time building and painting Age of Sigmar except for just personal reasons? And I always struggle. When it's just for personal reasons, I always struggle to justify it. And I could be doing something that's like positive for the channel or positive for the business. So they've kind of sat on various shelves and in various states, and some built, some not built, and blah. I started building the Venari Dawn Riders. So this guy was built like when the box came out, right? The big like white box with the codex in it. And I only started putting the rest of the horses together the other day. So Dawn Riders, like that's just. I built the first one, loved it, super excited for it, and then didn't do any more. It always has to be channel worthy. And I know that's not a good thing. I'm aware, chat. Before you all tell me off, that's just how my mind works. I am, however, thoroughly enjoying my hobby now. It's also gone back to something that I'm doing and feeling quite zen about as well, which it wasn't for a while. For a while, I was feeling quite stressed about what's expected, what I should be doing, how do I build good or strong 40k armies, all that kind of stuff. But this is the stuff expected of a 40k channel. They're supposed to know what they're talking about. They're supposed to know what's good and know what's bad, and you know, I got myself, I think, in a bit of a negative kind of
Negative Nancy.
Negative rut, I guess, in terms of hobbying, and that turned me off of hobbying. And I realised the other day that I hadn't properly hobbied for like over a year, and that's quite bad for me. I like the hobby. Might be a surprise. I like the hobby. Oh my god. Might get a box of AOS next month and struggling 40k. What do you think about getting, Darryl? What are you interested in? Right, we've got to let this part. So what I've done, I don't know if you watched this, but I gently fed a thin line of glue all the way along this seam. Kind of see it, right? So we're gonna let that set now before I glue it onto him. The reason why we'll let it set is once it sets, it kind of fills the gap, and then I'll use my scalpel along the edge to try and smooth that out. I've got some little bits of sandpaper off to the side, and we'll get to a point where we'll basically delete that seam, because that seam will, because of where it sits, because that seam literally sits outside of him. If you can still see that, that will annoy the shit out of me. See how it sits right there on the outside, so I have to delete that seam. I need to get rid of that seam to make me happy. So we'll let that dry, and then maybe we'll build. Do we build Selenor now, or do we do him sometime in the week? Oh, he's quite a lot of bits, actually. We might have to build Selenor in the week. Selenor. I think we're going to stop with the hobbying for now. If we're going to get to talk about our feelings in bed.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Honestly, I'm just going to sit there drinking tea, feeling all floaty, watching Family Guy.
Will you do what you do when you're like this? Will you do what you sometimes do? Where you just sit there looking at me, grinning like a knobhead?
Yeah.
Like some weird, like, lunatic. And I'm going to be worried that I'm going to wake up in the morning and you'll be wearing my face. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And it's really special when you look at me and you shake your head and you go, such a twat.
I don't talk about this. I've never said that. Does not sound like me at all. What a cool dude. I have to say, I can understand people aren't excited about 40k, but I'm having a blast with it. Then again, I actually avoid the competitive. Oh, Andy, right? Let's be honest with you, mate. I've said this so many times on the channel, and I genuinely mean it. This isn't just me trying to stay 40k positive because my business. We're having a blast with 40k on the channel. We're really enjoying ourselves. I played with Custodies last week, which everyone told me was a terrible book and it's awful and no one should ever want to play that and no one should ever be subject to playing that book. And I played Bronze Orcs and I had a great time. Honestly, and I don't understand. Like people seem to be in this headspace with 40k in general at the moment, and unfortunately, if you end up being around those kinds of people, this is something that can have a negative impact on your own hobby. Where like, oh, it's not the best thing in the world. You're not running an optimal list. That unit isn't as good as this unit. Why are you doing that one? Why are you running Thunderhammers instead of Power Fists? Why? Like, oh, fuck off. I've got some cool shit that I built. I just want to play with it. That's all I care about. And I think if you end up being lucky enough to be around those kinds of people that have that same kind of attitude as you can have loads of fun with 10th edition. Loads of fun. And we've got Joe and Brom and Paddy and Eddie and Kyle, who majority are of the same. Eddie sometimes finds it slightly harder to wind down the competitive nature because he likes tournaments and competitive scene. And the second you go, you know what? Because I think over the course of the last 3 editions, we've been gently coerced into running the most optimal thing all the time. We have things like meta watch and stuff, which is a lot of competitive based focus. And now I think the biggest, from my personal perspective, the biggest nail in that coffin for 40k was the changing of points to kind of pseudo power level. And the reason why that's the biggest is because now there is literally no reason not to take the most optimized, because you don't pay points for weapons. So you don't pay points for Thunderhammers over Power Fists, and you don't pay points for Plasma Pistols over Bolt Pistols. And that's led people down this, you might as well run the most optimal because it's all the same cost. Okay, what if I don't want to? What if I like Thunderhammers and not Power Fists? What if I don't want to do that? What if I built my models back in 6th edition and they are as they are, you know? I just like to put models on the table, roll some dice and have a laugh. 100% Herbius. 100%. Don't play to win, play for the laugh. Speaking of which, if you want to send me Joe, so I could just play 40k with him and feed him nuggies. One of the reasons why I liked granular points so much is because one, list building became a science and it became interesting. It became like semi-exciting, as sad as it sounds, trying to get right on 2,000 points. But the other reason was it typically meant you didn't always see the most optimal units, because the most optimal version of Death Company right now might all be, I don't know, Infernus Pistols and Power Fists. I don't even know if they can take this. I don't know, for sake of argument, right? So now why wouldn't you run 10 of them all with Power Fists and Fusion Pistols? Why wouldn't you do that? You might as well. But back then, well, I could do that, but if I do that, if I pay for the Power Fist on every single model, and I pay for the pistol on every single model, I'm spending fucking 400 points on one unit of 10, and I don't want to do that anymore. So what they've done is, we'll make it simple. You don't have to worry about that nonsense. You just take whatever you want. What that means is everything that goes to the table is now super optimized all the time, because you might as well, because it's free. And I think that's part of the problem. And part of the reason why I think we sort of, with the exception of Brom because of time, we enforced WYSIWYG on the channel, was because it was like, you know what? It's got a fucking splinter cannon, so use it as a splinter cannon. Because who cares if it's not the most optimal in the world?
I don't get how 40k is built by competitive players, less varied rules. Yet EOS had 4X General's Handbook seasons in 3rd and 40k is still Leviathan.
Well, you know. Rumours are, Mr. the Khazarian, that there has been some hires within Warhammer World at Games Workshop, specifically on the 40k rules team. And I think in the future, and it won't be like, I always refer to Games Workshop as this giant tanker. They can't turn a corner in a split second, but in the future I think we're going to see some big changes, because I think one of the hires is a new management position within the 40k rules team. And I think the rules team is going to be more structured, similar to the AOS rules team. I think that's a positive. So, we'll see, but the noise I'm hearing is positive. We'll see. Have to for Brom. His damn shooting phases already take 4 hours each. Yeah, exactly. Some of the best nights was choosing what to spend my 2 points on. There is a point in life, Darryl, where you get to that age. That is the most expensive, the most exciting thing that happens at night. What can I spend my 2 points on? Anyway, thank you so much, Kazarian, for the 5. You're a legend. Takes us to a total of 50 English pounds in super chats. You people are incredible. Thank you so much. I will allow it, though. I will allow it, because we did, in fact, get to 166 new members, which is amazing. I was very excited for a brief moment that we might get 34 more and hit that 200 mark. But for a Monday, it's incredible. Notwithstanding the fact that we have got the Liam and Joe AOS show tomorrow. We've got a live game tomorrow night. We've got the 40k show on Wednesday. Will be rebranded to the Warhammer show. We've got Thursday, another Liam and Joe show that is 40k specific. Thursday evening, another live game of 40k. So we've got new Orcs on Tuesday, new Custodies on Thursday. But unlike other people who are just running Orcs versus Custodies, we could put them against other armies and stuff like that. And then Friday we return with 40k After Dark, which probably will change to Warhammer After Dark at 8:30. We get more inclusive then. By being Warhammer After Dark and the Warhammer show, we include everybody who plays 40k or Heresy or Fantasy or AOS or Warcry or Kill Team or Blood Bowl.
I thought by calling it that, it was going to be like actual Warhammer talk.
No, well, no. Joe and I are just like, we had this conversation the other day. We went to the zoo on Thursday, and we were like, one of the things Joe and I have done over the course of the last month or two, we've basically just embraced everything Warhammer, and found that by looking at games like Warcry and looking at games like Blood Bowl and looking at games like Kill Team, as well as looking at AOS and 40k, and then having that variety and like the options, basically, you kind of don't get bored and stale. So
then on a Friday, you don't need me here if it's Warhammer.
No, it's not Warhammer on Friday. It's the same show, Luce. It's a different name. It's the same fucking show.
I thought you meant that you were like rebranding, as in like more. It'll be more.
No, it's currently called 40k After Dark.
Yeah, I know.
So calling it Warhammer After Dark.
Yeah, but usually with a rebranding comes a reshuffle. Usually.
When they change from Opal Fruits to Starburst, they're the same sweets.
No, but you know what I mean. So you still want me on Friday night?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All the streams, really. Even when you sit there, have no idea what I'm talking about, then sometimes you just put in that little gold sentence.
Okay.
Women, honestly. Right. Just getting back into the hobby after a good period, 20 years away. I've bought a bit of Space Wolves on eBay, which has been mainly firstborn stuff. I'll get round to promos eventually. Love it, Poster Boy. Buy what you like, stick models down, have fun, right? Do it. When's Warcry night? Who knows? Warcry for the win. I've never played Warcry. There's a new box that I picked up, Warcry. I don't know where it's gone. The new one with the Lumineth and the Nighthaunt. Is that Warcry? Yeah, that's Warcry. Anywho, right. We're going to go now because we're 10 minutes over. You wonderful human beings. Thank you so much for hanging out. You crochet after dark. Yeah, I'll call it that. Thank you so much for hanging out, you wonderful people. You're amazing. Thank you for all the new memberships, you beautiful, beautiful humans. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, AOS Liam and Joe show at 13:30 UK time, and then a live game 40k. Chaos Space Marines versus New Orcs. Brom has saved the double ward attachment just for Joe.
Ooh.
Just to keep him really happy, okay? So make sure you come in and tune in for that one. You people are incredible. Anything you want to say before we go?
No.
Any more questions about Friday night stream?
No.
Oh, for fuck. Okay. Mr. The Siege Roots decided he's got to have the last word, not us.
Oh, okay.
So we'll wait for Mr. The Siege. Nope, that's a lie. Steve decided he's got to have the last word instead of us. They've got fucking... No, why do you do this, chat? 90 minutes to super chat for us, and then you're like, oh, he's about to go. We'll do it now. We'll make him wait.
When you make my tea,
yeah,
can I please have no sugar?
Yeah, why?
Because I just fancy no sugar.
I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you! Look at the light. If you look at the light, it stops the sneeze. There you go, see?
I still feel it.
No, you gotta look at the light.
Look at the light. Go to the light.
You gotta look at the light.
Always trying to knock me off, this woman.
Stops the
Go
sneeze.
to the light.
Look at the light.
I know you get half my pension, but it's not worth fuck all. Yes, Warcry. Okay, cool. Good. There we go. Fucking beautiful box. I've responded to Luce, not realising she's required.
What was that?
No, but you'll the super chat will come in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I need to make this bit shorter.
I haven't turned my screen on tonight.
Have you not? Oh, you're not looking at chat at all?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, just got off the line at work. Siege Roots, I love you very dearly. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm joking. I'm never going to really get upset about people throwing money at me or tucking it in my pants. Both of those things are fine. When we do live studio audience, one of the rules is Joe has to wear a G-string.
Why is that?
So he can tuck notes into his G-string.
Oh, you really should get a HR department.
I am the HR department.
Wow.
He can go over there and shake in front of them. I feel like he'll be good at that. Fuck me, why is Amy on strike now as well? It's like Amy heard me say goodnight and then she's gone. She's in the fucking pub already.
Yeah.
She's knocking back the vodkas.
She was 1 foot out the door from the start.
Oh, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. There are 4 lights.
Current Warcraft discourse kinda reflects 40k community a bit. Do you think a lot of the people who are crying meta and power gaming are just making excuses for skill issues? Want it the way it was when they were good?
Thank you, Steve.
Luce is a requirement for streams. If you're at your home, she has to be there.
With many thumbs up on that one as well, by the way. I think maybe Siege Roots. I think possibly people that cry meta and power game making excuses for skill issues. I think maybe. I think the other problem with 40k though, and I don't know if Warcraft is the same or if Magic is the same, but there is a monumental imbalance inherently within some builds, not the game necessarily. So if you look at the problem is Games Workshop base balance off of win rate, and they talk about the Goldilocks zone and they show us all the event results. What often I think that doesn't take into consideration is the builds. So it might be that a codex has 70 to 80% dogshit units and 10 to 20% very good units. And if a player puts together an army list that uses just the 10 to 20% of good units, he typically will have a strong list. And if another player puts together just units that sit within the 60-70% of shit units, they'll typically have a bad list. And so the skill issue isn't necessarily even just at the tabletop. It's just the fact that I put down something fun and narrative because I want to play something fun and narrative, and someone comes with something optimized, and guess what? There then becomes a significant difference in terms of actual army-based power, and often there is not a lot you can do about it. Joe played Paddy, not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before when we had our team bonding day, and Paddy put down slightly meta Tau, not even fully meta Tau, but slightly meta Tau, and Joe put down fun Chaos Space Marines. At the end of turn 2, Joe conceded because none of his army was left. Now, Joe's an exceptionally good player. That's not a skill issue. That's a balance problem. But I also do think there is issues with skill, and I think that the problem we have now is, especially in list building, there is such a discrepancy between, I think now, because of things like the points, there is such a discrepancy between what is hyper optimized and what is fun and narrative, that accentuates the skill issue. Do you know what I mean? A good player with high skill who has hyper optimized will now literally kick the shit out of a bad player with a fun, kind of not very good list. I think it just accentuates that problem, to be honest. But hey, that's just an opinion. Anyway, enough serious talk for a hobby night. Ugh. Thank you for the 20 days, Siege. You're a legend. Thank you so much, Stephen, for the 5 as well. You people are beautiful humans, like I was saying before we were about to go. Now we can go. I'm going to have a shower before I make tea.
Okay.
Because that makes sense. Because then by the time you've had your shower, yours is cool enough for you to go and just stare at me lovingly.
Yeah.
With these eyes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, come and join us tomorrow for the Liam and Joe AOS show at 13:30, and then a live game of Orcs versus Chaos Space Marines tomorrow night at 7:30. Or, if you can't make that, we'll be live again at 7:30 on Wednesday with the 40k show. You people have been wonderful humans. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you
In the next one.